Hey, I'm here with Brian Tome. Tell us about, what do we need to know about Brian Tome?
Brian Tome is a man that should not be revered. That's what you should know. And I also write books that offend people. So, but I am an equal opportunity offender.
I'm already a fan.
Good.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know about Brian's book, free book. The first thing I noticed, I just started reading it this week, and I love it so far. Great, great responses from people you love, like Tony Campolo. I'm a huge fan. John Burke, of course. But I also noticed that I think Abraham Lincoln said he liked it. Yeah.
He gave the endorsement actually before the book was read and written. But I know he would have, what to say right there? I know that he would have actually said this had he read the book, which was, the world has never had a good definition of the word liberty, and the American people just now are in want of one. God bless America. Yeah. There it is, yes.
Now, along the lines of free book, just a quick couple sentences of what it's about. What are you saying here? Not that you could sum it all up in a few sentences. What's the takeaway?
Freedom is the central message that goes throughout the entire Bible, and it's a message that we seem to be afraid to see or to talk about. So what I want people to be is free from burdens, free from fears, free from paranoia, free from the need to please a God who's going to instantly spank them if they do something wrong, free from past hurts, free from bitterness, free from anything that's enabling us to have joyful, passion-filled lives regardless of the circumstance.
Cool. Now, what would you say along those lines to church leaders, pastors, church planters?
I would say that as pastors, we are shepherds,
right.
And the thing to view a shepherd as is a shepherd goes in the field first where he expects the sheep to go. And so anything that's going to happen in our people's lives starts with us. And I believe our people need to go to green pastures. Okay. I believe the green pastures from Psalm 23 and other places are inextricably linked with freedom. And for us to get people free, we have to first go there ourselves. We cannot be afraid of what people think of us if we say things that haven't been said before. We can't be concerned about modeling behavior that some people might be a little bit concerned about. We have to be champions and livers of freedom before we lead people there, and that's really what our people need.
Yeah. Where do you see leaders getting sidetracked there? Where are they leaking off to rather than going to green pastures?
Gosh, there's hundreds of places. One is trying to please the theology police of people in our churches.
Right.
If we feel like we're preaching or teaching in order for somebody to agree with us, then we're not really free. We need to be pushing people. So that's this thing that gets us sidetracked. Another thing that gets us sidetracked is putting up a facade, an image that we have no problems, that we have no doubts. When I'm free, I'm able to actually articulate the doubts and fears I have. Every pastor has doubts and fears, every single one, but our people wouldn't know it because we never talk about them. When you take a look at the book of Psalms, I'm just struck by how David just openly shares his heart, openly shares it. When he says things like, dash their babies' heads against the rocks, he's not saying this is an adequate response to our enemies. What he's doing is modeling a prayer of freedom, a prayer that says, God, this is how I feel, and I'm just venting to you right now. Our people need to see fewer pastors that are put together really well and see more pastors who are strong enough to be vulnerable with their issues.
Right.
And that's freedom.
That's true. And I think a lot of people respond to that well. They're scared to go there.
Absolutely.
Because we want to be this big, awesome, leader.
And it's interesting is even when we see our political leaders make massive mistakes, what everybody in America wants is just tell us the truth.
Yeah.
Just tell us where you are. And our people in our churches are asking the same things of us. Just give me where you are, and even if I disagree with it, I'll give you grace because I'm so refreshed by somebody who's operating in freedom, because you're saying things that are being approved by God versus the masses.
Very good. Now, what do we, just give us a quick rundown. Your church, Crossroads in Cincinnati.
Yes.
How long you guys been around? What do you got going on now? What are you excited about for the future?
A little over 14 and a half years we've been going on. And gosh, I would have never expected Crossroads to be where it is right now. People say, well, did you expect Crossroads to be doing this or that? And never did I. In fact, I'm against strategic planning. I think that if you strategically plan, it can be a form of bondage. It also puts limits on what God's going to do in you.
That's true.
We would have never been doing the things that we're doing now had we put them up on the board and said, these are the things we're trying to get done. And so what that means right now is we're going into a very stretching season where we're going to actually be having a campaign,
Okay.
which we're not finding many people who are doing campaigns in this economy right now, but we feel God has led us to do some things around the world that are going to be taking big outlays of cash. And so we're going into very deep waters, very fast-flowing rapids, to a place where we're going to really need to be depending on the grace that God gives us.
Cool. What are some initiatives you guys are looking at?
We are looking to contribute to solving the rehabilitation crisis of girls that we rescue out of sex slavery in India. We've had a long-term partnership with International Justice Mission. And we are looking to build aftercare homes in India to release the bottleneck of the girls that they can rescue. They can't rescue more girls because the government will not go in to rescue them unless there's government-approved homes. So we're looking to construct a bunch of homes, which will be somewhere in the 7 figures. We don't have the exact price tag on it. We're looking to do an ongoing healthcare initiative, a new first-in-class initiative in South Africa, in the township of Mamelodi. We built the largest privately funded AIDS hospice there. Now we're looking to do multi-site little clinics all the way in the outlying areas to bring people basic medical care.
Okay.
That'll be scads of money. And we're also looking to do a one-stop shop for people in poverty, generational poverty in Cincinnati, where there's different organizations that are housed under one roof, that are working in congruency with one another, and bringing people from cycles that are unhealthy to being free and being out of generational poverty. And that's going to be about $12 million we're raising there. And we're also looking to do different sites of Crossroads around the city of Cincinnati, which will contribute to a larger army that will get larger things done.
Cool. Sounds like you guys are going huge with some just powerful big
Yeah,
issues.
and you know, it's not
scary.
fun. It is scary. It is scary because you say to yourself, man, can't we just kind of put the brakes on right now?
Right.
I mean, can't we just go in cruise control? And in my flesh, I want to do that. In my flesh, it sounds attractive, but man, staleness will come really, really fast. So we just feel like we're taking whatever territory God puts before us.
How can we stay up to date with you? Are you on Twitter, Facebook, blogging somewhere where we can kind of follow your story?
Well, I don't live in my parents' basement, so I don't really blog because that's generally.
Don't hate.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you know, you have this little thing right here, BrianTome.com. We did create this for publicity of the book's purpose, and there's some things on there, and there's some Twitters that happen every once in a while. But man, don't be expecting a lot from me. I don't update it that much. But you can go to BrianTome.com. And I am on Facebook, but I'll probably ignore your friend request. So there's I am.
Cool. We'll put some links below the video to BrianTome.com, to free book, and check it out. It's an amazing story, and we can't wait to see where you're going.
Hey, I'm honored to be with you, and thank you.